Evening all. How are we doing? Let's get some hype in the chat. First time in a long time we've had races like this. Competitive races with some big names. Really excited for this. There's bound to be some Ed mode tonight. Bound to be. Bound to be. Just where or when is the question. Stay tuned. Guys, populate the chat. Let's get it rolling. Let's get some hype. Charlie's on the gin and tonics.
I submitted another essay.
I'm on the electrolytes and tea. Hype, hype, hype. Come on, let's really bombard this one tonight. I'm getting good at not needing Charlie to stand on the server now, so we're getting there. Let me show you the course. The race route for this evening. It's a good one. It is a good one. There you go. Pick the bones out of that one, guys. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Come on, let's get Zwift community live absolutely firing on all cylinders tonight. Let's get some phrases like it is on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, so basically a 20-minute effort and 1 minute effort. And then a 10-second effort. Let's go. Let's go. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, good luck, Zach. Good luck. I saw you spawn really close to me, so hope you have good legs. Yeah, short and sweet. Not necessarily how we like them, but at least we have some what could be some dynamic racing with the inclusion of that huge climb. Oh, sorry. See the mic is even closer now. I keep forgetting. I'll move you a little bit further away. There we go. How's that? Let's enjoy it. Let's get stuck in. Switching over to the live scene. Here we go. 5 minutes. 100 people already joining in. Welcome, good evening, good day wherever you are. If you've come from, well, wherever you've come from. Yeah, Steve, I saw you had, didn't you have a top 5, top 6? You were up there, weren't you? I did see your name. So, fair play. Awesome ride. Don't spam the community channel. Just, I'm sure they'll know what's happening very soon. It's really warm here. Really warm here this evening. No, they're still not available. It's really hot. It turns out, believe it or not, it's a very difficult time to get things done. Particularly when it's not in your control during this period of time. So I apologise for that. Right, I'm going to get settled in. I'm going to have everything set up ready now. Awesome. Keep riding up off the Zwift. Right. 3.5 minutes. To get warm. No power-ups in this race, by the way. No power-ups. My ear's really good. It's actually, I've got full hearing back as of this afternoon. So, yeah, we're okay. We're doing all right. The climb, although there's steep sections, is still pretty fast, so it may even be just advantageous to sit in and see how the climb develops. It could be very, very hard just in general, and you know, people just get dropped anyway. So we can't have a game plan. We have to ride the race how everybody's racing it. Well, at least that's what I'm doing. Mick is 1 lap. So we're going up to the big KOM, turning, coming down, all the leg snapper and then finish. So really short, really sweet. Plus, we've also got to think about the GC, guys. We've got to think about the GC, because this is actually a GC race. So like, we're way down after that first race. Like way down the scoreboard, so this might be a chance to get myself further up that GC, because you never know what races are going to pop up in the next 8 weeks. So it's quite motivating. Snow. I wish, Simon. Alright. Seconds. Here we go. Oh, legs are fine, Chris. Not a problem. Not a problem. That didn't take anything out of us this morning, as you'd imagine. Alright. Here we go. Steady start, as you can imagine. Now without a doubt, this is going to be a fast climb. Without a doubt. Yeah, I definitely would have weighed more after this morning's sprint. My arms have grown massive. Heart rate moderate. It's okay. Not brilliant. Chain needs a clean. It's getting on my nerves. Nice, that's good motivation. See what we can do then. Hard start here. Here we go. Should be done in about 20 minutes on the clock. So that's the problem, guys. The problem is there's always going to be a group of riders, like 10, 5, who are strong enough to ride together, and they don't mind staying together to the finish because they're all kind of looking at each other. Problem is when you get somebody like me who wants to go, they're all like, yeah, sound, you go on your own, fine, we'll just catch you. So that's why you've only got to do it for publicity and for TV time and also for training. So that was a really good effort for me, and I was proud of that, to be able to ride a steady tempo and an attack where I did. That's good training. You know, it varies on different courses. So some courses, like we've seen in Yorkshire, Boniface has come with us. So when Boniface has come with us, at least that gives us 2 engines. So the problem is, if I go in my own, a group of like 12, whatever these are, they're going to pull me back. And somebody like McGlinchey, who's like basically got us all nailed over a sprint, when the climb is ridden to suit him, so in other words, that group didn't go like really balls to the wall, in my opinion. That group like stayed together and they were pretty much able to drag each other to the top, whether or not they be in the group, or whether they, you know, attack and get dragged, So what happens is, like, they're like content with getting pulled up, because at the end of the day they're going for the race win, and I am as well. But it's different, me going for the race win, versus them, you know. Yeah, we've got the mountain goat thing, eh? Cheers, Ben, I'll take that. No teammates today, no. Yeah, sorry. Brandon, very deadly as well, yeah. Sorry, I'm missing out some guys, blame me. It's a tackler. Yeah, we're going to be doing a training session tomorrow morning. It's just going to be a 2-hour endurance ride. And then we're doing another race, the USA Cycle League, tomorrow evening again. Don't know which course that is. Yeah, lab rackers are known. Brilliant, we'll have to get that on the t-shirt as well. Scott, if you're listening, write it down, make a note. So as we know, like, a lot of these guys are really sharp in the sprint. So we'll see what happens on the leg snapper. Cheers, Simon. I'll need everybody to give me my sprint power. It's a fairly big group, so maybe they won't all be watching. But saying that, the pace is just so quick for a group of 10. This is where I was going to attack. That's it, bring the speed up. Oh, some of the punches right as you're going at the leg snapper. This is going to test me. This is so quick. So, should we go for the sprint? Because I mean, it's just so fast. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. What's going on? Oh, come on. I must have had like a mini drop out. Oh, great. That's not helped. Now a lot of gas. It's too quick now. Alright, don't stick. I'm done. Struggling to get off me. Struggling to. The problem there, I'll tell you what the problem there was. The problem there was me having that weird sticky power. Weird sticky power just when I launched my attack, and I went like deep for like 6 or 7 seconds. I looked up and I was doing like 70 watts. So that would have been ideal. If I'd gone there, I would have had that little bit of a gap. But then even when I wanted to go there at the end, I'd just given too much in those last 3K. I'd given too much, and then I couldn't recover from it. It's terrible, like 33-minute races. Come on, let's do 2 laps of that, for goodness sake. Can't just do 1. Cheers, Scotty. Oh, it just gets frustrating, you know, when technology does that too. If it was consistent the whole time, and nothing happened, then fair enough, but when those things happen, you're like, ugh. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, guys, like I tell you, like, if I was a real, like, on that climb, just explain to you, I'll show you the graph and then I'll explain to you, like, on that climb, that's what I'm incredibly efficient at doing. I shall have a look for you now if I'm on AM Plus on Bluetooth. So I'm on AM Plus. I'm on AM Plus. So you all know, or most of you know anyway, I'm incredibly efficient at going, you know, basically threshold or just below, and then attacking on top of that. And I think, unless, I mean, even there, like, my dongle is here, like right next to my hip. So it's right next to my hip and about, I don't know, half a meter from the turbo. I can't get any closer. Anyway, you're distracting me now. Distracting me. So what happened was, we go up a long climb, and if it's an uncomfortable pace, chances are it's just enough for me to be able to ride like just within myself. And then what happens then is, when I'm riding within myself, so this is the whole climb here to there, I'm riding within myself, and what I can do is I can go over threshold. This is on days when I feel good, obviously, so it won't be every day. So I can go over threshold, sit there for a couple of minutes, and then come down the threshold, And then what I can do then is, when the climb goes up again, I can go back above threshold. And when I go back above threshold, I can do it for about a minute. I can't do it for as long as the first block above threshold, but what I can do is go over it for about a minute and then come back down for about a minute and then go back over it for a minute. So when the climb goes like this, it really works into my favour, because what I can do is I can grow the gap when the climb steepens, and then I can afford to ease off more when it flattens off. So when we got over the top of the climb, you can see I hit my max heart rate there. And when we got over the top of the climb, obviously I know what's going to happen. You know, I'm going to get like caught by a group that's a lot bigger than mine. Obviously because I'm on my own. But at least I've kind of shown myself, and I've shown myself in a race. But it's not trade secrets. I mean, it's what I try to get everybody to get better at, because we can all kind of ride at one pace. You know, we can all ride hard, we can all ride zone 3, we can all ride zone 2, but like, it's being able to go above and below that's where you really crack people. You know, I think, and not that I cracked anybody, I'm not saying that I'm the best climber in the race, but what I'm saying is, like, the way that you ride to climbs and the way that you really show your strength, at least when the climb does that, is to go over and under. So when I made the move, as you can see, my heart rate dipped just before it. I had a lot of capacity then to go over, so my heart rate had a lot of room to move. So I can go from 170 to 181. 10 beats is quite a lot. Obviously, it rose quite quickly, but you know, that's the problem. Not so much the problem with Zwift, but that's the problem with the way the races are being ridden, in that they're being ridden at such a way that everybody's almost riding on the defensive because they have teammates, or because they know that the course is going to come into their favour. So the problem is, I know the course won't come into my favour, and I know I can be there at the end, and being at the end is all well and good, but not being like there's no point me being there and having fresh legs because the climb was easy, and then, you know, coming 8th in the sprint. There's no point me doing that. There's no point me doing that. Even coming like 3rd or 4th or 5th. To me, there's no point. So in these situations, I go big, and then we see what we can get from that. So my hope, and like I can see you type in there in the chat, if 2 or 3 of them had gone after you, would have forced the others to follow. That would have been a perfect scenario. But I knew initially that wouldn't happen. You know, you can almost feel it happening in the race. So when I went, and I got that gap, and the gap kind of hovered like 4 or 5 seconds for a bit, and then it opened to like 10 just before the top of the climb. And, you know, if a couple of them had come with me, that would have strung the group, and it would have forced people then to go over their capacity. And not a lot of them can hold that, because obviously you're already ridden at like 15 minutes above threshold. So it's being able to ride at that, you know, that dynamic pace. So the problem is, you know, you get the guys like McGlinchey, great rider. You get the guys like Brandon, great rider. Fleeman, great rider. They're all great riders. I've just named a couple of them. But the problem you get with them is that if they sit in the group like that, which is 15 minutes of climbing, the pace is so quick. You know, people are doing 6 watts per kilo on the climb. It's only 15 minutes. A lot of these guys can do 6 watts per kilo for 15 minutes. But what they're able to do is sit in the group and get that suck. And they're getting sucked at like 5.8, 5.7. And they can sit for 5.7 for a little bit longer. They can sit there for maybe 20 minutes or 25 minutes. So the climb has to be made, you know, 6.5, 6.6, 6.7 for them to be really kind of, you know, focused on that wheel and in that suck, as David Miller calls it. So that they really have to be on the limit. So for someone like me, I have to go even harder just to get them to be on the limit when they're on the wheel. In real world, you know, going up a climb that's kind of 10% or whatever, and there's no draft, and there is no bunch, everybody's in a line, you don't get any suck. So in the real world, those people would have been dropped at that watts per kilo by more than 10 seconds. You know, that doesn't frustrate me. That's just the way the game works. So you have to play to the game. Yeah, 100% down. They 100% managed the gap. That's all they needed to do. You know, if they wanted to win the bike race, that's all they had to do. If they wanted to lose the bike race, they would have come with me. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, I appreciate that, Darren. I mean, it's... I don't want to come across, like... That's, for me, like I said, I don't want to... Because the climb is the climb. Like, I can ride the climb, like I said, I can ride the climb at 640 kilos. If somebody wants to go full ham up it, you know, I'm burying myself to stay on the wheel, and I know it's been a hard climb, but if we were to just ride up that, you know, and somebody attacked in the last 2 minutes or whatever, you know, I attacked with like, I don't know, 6 minutes to go or something like that, or possibly even less, but at least I'm going long, and if we'd waited, only the last kind of minute of that climb would have been hard, you know, somebody would have committed over the top, that would have split it apart, but it wouldn't have been hard enough on the whole, and I would have been there in a front group again of 10, and we would have come to the finish, and it'd be the same scenario, and I'd roll like a 10th or a 5th or whatever. But the best thing about it, I think, is trying to get the most out of it that I can, and trying to provide entertainment, and trying to race it different to how everybody else races it. And I don't want to sound like cocky or arrogant or anything like that, because I'm aware of how much I talk after these races, but I feel like talking after them is probably better than you watching the whole race. Because I know some of you have mentioned, and it's amazing that you do mention it because it keeps me doing this, but some of you have mentioned that you actually skip the race. You don't watch the race on the live stream, you just watch the last 10 minutes because you know that I'm talking and giving a review of the race. And, you know, I show the power graph. So when I'm talking, I'm explaining the power graph. So you don't actually have to watch the race because I'm actually running the race through with you afterwards, which saves you like an hour of your time, and it condenses it down to 10 minutes. Yeah, good shout, Simon. Cheers, Nathan. Cheers, Nathan. I appreciate you hopping over here. Appreciate that. I will watch the Zwift community stream. I forced Charlie to watch it as well. That's always our Tuesday evening viewing. At the end. Yeah. Oh, cheers, Chris. Thank you. I'm just the same in real. Well, this is real life, I guess. But I'm just the same if you were to catch me at the end of a hill climb or a road race or anything like that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, two-time playback. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I know, Nathan. I know. But there we go. It creates suspense, doesn't it? It creates suspense, and I think as well it gives a different feel to the tactics of the race. So yeah, I enjoy doing it. Only when I feel good. If I didn't feel so good today, I don't think you would have seen that from me. But some of the people in the chat were saying that you were mentioning me on the stream, so I just had to dig in a bit more. No, thanks for watching, guys. Tomorrow morning we're just doing just a 2 hour. Well, I hope to do just a 2 hour Zwift ride tomorrow morning. We've got another session for all of you who are part of the mailing list. The details are in the description. Just send me an email and I'll put you on the mailing list to be included to sign up for the Zwift meetup that we're going to do on Saturday again at 4 PM British time. Well, I have decided what the workout is, but I'm not going to tell you. And yeah, we're going to be racing tomorrow night at the USA Cycling League race again. So I'm not sure what course that is. I'm sure some of you will know. But yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow, either once or twice. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good evening or day, all of you. Take care. See you soon. Do, 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 do.